me see if she's ready. There she is.
Hi.
The
Hi,
baby
good morning.
assassin. This is my co-host Christine. She's a trainer out of Texas. She's pretty legendary herself. Lupita, what's up? First of all, I was doing some research on you, right?
Yeah.
And I see the name Guadalupe, and it makes me kind of makes me laugh. And let me tell you why, right? I have my parents gave me the ultimate Puerto Rican, Mexican. I don't even know what name it is, so I go by Chino Amores, right?
Yeah.
And they give me this old name, Dagoberto. So when I see Guadalupe, I think of like an older woman, and then comes out.
Yeah, I feel like that's why a lot of people refer me as Lupita for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
Lupita is a little bit more younger, I guess.
Oh, it's definitely more younger.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: Did your parents or your grandparents make a promise to like the Virgin Mary? Because a lot of times when you hear the name Guadalupe, it's because there was a promise made to the Virgin Mary. Is there any backstory like that?
What? We're actually Christians, so I don't know where the name came up from. It just kind of came up. Meanwhile, my brother, his name is Ahmed Ali because my dad is a huge Muhammad Ali fan, so he's like, his name on there. Well, my name is kind of like the most basic Hispanic name ever.
Yeah, like my brother's name is Jared, so it's like.
Oh my, Jared.
All right, so it kind of answers my question. So clearly your dad was your influence in regards to boxing. You said he was a big Muhammad Ali fan. I mean, usually I have a daughter. My daughter's 6 years old, and I am petrified to put her in anything like that. How was your dad's approach with you growing up? I mean, did you want to box? How did that come about?
I did. So growing up, boxing was kind of just in our household. My dad used to be amateur back in Nicaragua. So when he came here and had us, boxing was always like a part of it. We have like CDs from Alexis Arguello's fights. And obviously, he's the biggest, you can say, one of the biggest names from Nicaragua. So he would have us watching that. And he would be teaching my brother. So I think, honestly, just because I wanted to be closer to my dad, boxing kind of intrigued me in the beginning. I was like, oh, he's spending a lot of time with my brother. Like, maybe I want to do that, to spend more time with him.
Oh, daddy's girl.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So in the beginning, it was more of that. But once I turned 8 and I saw my brother at the gym, it intrigued me even more. I was like, I want to test it out. But my dad was like, no, you're not doing it. You're my only daughter. You're not going to do it. It's very convincing to actually allow him to let me do it. But in the beginning, it was more of, you're just going to do it to train self-defense. And I was like, no, I want to fight. Like, if I'm going to do this, I want to do like the whole thing. And yeah, I think after my first sparring session, where I actually did get beat up, but, I was still going. I actually got beat up. And then after, my dad's like, you see, I told you maybe this wasn't for you. And I was like, no, I'm going to come back, but I'm going to come back better, and I'm going to go beat up that little kid that beat me up,
That says a lot, because a lot of people, that's like the make it or break it. Like after the first sparring, if they get beat up, they're like, man, I'm never coming back. But you overcame that. I love that.
So I think that was like the switch that he was like, okay, maybe, you know what? She actually really wants this. Yeah.
So you said you had to convince him. 8-year-old Lupita, how did you convince him? I got to hear this, please.
Honestly, I think at this point, I probably just fed up because I was just bringing it up. Like, I want to box. He would probably tell me, oh, do this. I'm like, no, because you're not going to let me box. So that was always the excuse. No, I'm not going to do this because you're not going to let me box. Oh, if I do this, are you going to let me box? Like, for everything, that was always brought up.
Daughters and their dads. Like, I mean, my daughters can get my husband to do anything. So I get it.
So you start sparring, right? When did you know, or when did your dad know? Because clearly he led you through your career, that this was really what you were built for. Because you're 9-0 now, you're a pro, right? Yes. When did you know? Like, yo, I'm a dog. I can get busy with this.
I think after I want to say my last amateur tournament, which was, I stopped fighting as an amateur at 16.
Mm-hmm.
So that was quite a while ago. With my coach, he asked me like, "Oh, do you want to pursue the Olympics or do you want to go the pro route?" Like that's two different things you have to think
Mm-hmm.
about.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be set on something. And at the time, I was sparring Sanisa for her camps. So I think having that atmosphere, that pro atmosphere, it kind of just like gave me that switch. Like, you know what? Like, she chose me to help her out. I'm barely an amateur
Mm-hmm.
right now. So from here till I turn 18, there's going to be a huge difference with my fight game. And honestly, I think I can make something out of this. I think it was that, like, that was like my turning point. Like getting chosen by somebody. So like, hey, do you want to come help me out with my
That's
sparring camp?
huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Because
And
obviously,
speaking of your coach, Estrellita,
yes. Oh no,
I
him. I need to tell you something.
Hold on,
Yesterday,
put us on. Put us on.
you know what? He did not want to train me at first, and he will tell you himself. He straight up told me, "I do
that's
not
my
train."
guy.
Yes, he was like, "I do not train girls. No disrespect, but I just don't train girls." And he was training my brother at the time, and I was just kind of just showing up to the gym and training by
Uh-huh.
myself, and I'll kind of just see if he was looking at me, you
Uh-huh.
know.
Uh-huh.
He was set on that, like he was not going to train me at all.
Really?
Yes, he was set, and now I guess look where we are
Yeah,
now.
what changed his mind? Because I see him with you all the time. And I know him because of Anthony Herrera.
Yes,
And Anthony Herrera was on the team with me in about 2019, Team USA, I believe it was 2019. And then Estrellita, when he would come down to Dallas, I would see him hang out, and stuff like that. So I have huge respect for him.
yeah.
What changed his mind? When did he finally say, come
I
on,
think
let's go?
at the time at the time it was only me. I was the only girl. He was, I guess, part of the gym, and there
Hmm.
was another little boy that I was helping out with sparring, and a tournament was coming up. So he told me, "Okay, we're gonna do this tournament." And I remember it was a Junior Olympics district tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and he started training me, and we actually ended up like sweeping the whole category. We got best boxer, and that was like his like, oh, okay, like
He's like, okay, all right.
that was the time I trained her. Like she did amazing. So that was his, I guess, turning point as well. But yeah, he did not want to train me. Mm-mm.
I like your persistence because you had your persistence with your dad that you wanted to do this, and you had the persistence that you wanted him to train you, and to
Yeah,
be part of your team. I love that. I love that,
yeah.
girl.
I'm not
And
gonna lie, Christine. Like, I'm
What?
sorry not to cut you off, but I
it's
can see why they want to train you because they really call you the babyface assassin. You really are like a baby.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you and I see my daughter and
for
I'm
the
like, I
killer.
can't tell my daughter no, period.
Uh
So
huh.
I can
Uh
only
huh.
imagine, but continue what you were about to say.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
and now it's crazy. Like we started off with just me, and now at the gym we have it's a whole pack of girls, which
Oh,
is freaking crazy.
yay!
And I'm like, what happened to not training any girls? And our gym
You
is
changed their minds.
our gym is packed now, which is great.
I
And I'm
love that. You made the way for these other young girls. That's a lot. That's a lot.
like,
So now you're pro, right?
yeah.
You're 9-0. Well, how did your debut go? Were you nervous? Like, I mean, I know everybody around you had to be
Yeah.
nervous.
So I debuted in Mazatlan, Sinaloa under Sapari
Love
promotion.
Masterland.
Yeah, and honestly, I think I feel like I sprinted to the ring. Like I honestly don't remember my ring walk. Like everything happened so fast. Like it was just nerve-wracking. Like I think I wasn't nervous. I think I was just anxious. Like I wanted to get it over with. Like
Hmm.
I knew this was like the biggest step of a new journey, embarking a new career, but yeah, my debut went great. We won unanimously. I fight at 105, but at the
Hmm.
moment I was really small. I probably was like 100 pounds, so I actually had to eat to make weight.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
I had to
a
eat
nice
to
problem.
yes, yeah. I wish I still had that problem now, but no longer.
I wanted to ask you because you're still young, which
Yeah.
is amazing. How do you handle like the other girls at your age, like peer pressure, like saying, "Come on, girl, just you don't got to go to the gym tonight. Let's go hang out or let's go do this." How do you handle that?
You know, I my circle is very small, and the girls I do like surround myself with, I feel like they're like kind of like my sisters. We grew up together, and they're very supportive. Like
Love it.
they're also doing their careers, their school. So we kind of just, it's even hard for us to find a day for us to hang out because we're all just so busy. I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, we really are busy women until the moment we actually settle down, I guess. That's going to be our like hangout time. But other than that, like, I'm not really the type of girl to be going out like that. So
That's
I'm a
great.
homebody. I feel like after the gym, I just want to go home and sleep. Like,
Right, right.
You know, it's
Exactly.
it's crazy. If they were to show me like a still shot of you just right now, right? And they would say, "What does this girl do for a living?" Boxing would never cross my mind. Like you're like the sweetest thing in the world. Where do you get your fire from? Like Christine is a beautiful mom, right? She's really nice, but she got a fire. There's certain things I know that trigger her.
yeah.
Where do you get your fire? I mean, there's no way you go into the ring smiling like the way you're smiling now. There's no way.
You know what I do? I when my ring walks, I smile. I
I
just
like
love
it.
every part of it. I think I feel like that's what makes it scary. Like I just
Yeah.
enjoy every part of it. There's just no type of anger and animosity, I guess, in me. But
Really?
it's just I don't know. I just
Just
love it. I guess.
I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna smile at you, and then I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, like I tell them, like I'm more than just a pretty face. Like I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like especially
That
during the face-offs and
Mhm.
weigh-ins, it's
Yeah.
always like, oh, like Mad Dog, and I'm like, I've been trying to do it in the freaking mirror, and I just can't. I'm always just there smiling, and they're Mad Dogging me, and I'm just that's
yeah,
just I'm just smiling.
I
So
love
you're
it.
literally sitting there or staring at the person that's literally trying to put fear in you, and you're
I'm
smiling.
just
That's got to
smiling.
be insulting to the other fighter, though. No.
Yeah. No,
Good. She
yeah.
gets in their head.
I feel like yeah, that actually gets in their head. Like, oh shit, like why is she smiling? You know what I mean?
Exactly. What does she know? What is she gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
yo,
like it.
yo. It's so crazy because I'm looking at you and I'm like, you just look like the nicest person, but you get busy. It's crazy. Like, I don't,
Norm, she will beat you up.
hell
Okay,
yeah.
just know that she will beat you up.
No,
Okay.
it's so funny because I know during the pressers, all that they have to be talking so much trash to you because you just don't look like a boxer at all.
Yeah. I
That's a
do.
good thing.
Yeah. I
That's
feel
a
like
good thing.
What
I feel,
was the
yeah.
craziest thing said to you in a or done to you or anything in a face off?
Mm, oh, this one girl I remember. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna show you who the animal really is in the ring tomorrow." That's it. And I was looking at the pictures and the videos, and I'm just there like, okay,
You're like, I'm a dog walk you, okay? Keep talking.
like okay.
Yo, that's hilarious. Um, Now all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but because Christine's been on it, but there's been an emphasis on female boxing, right? And it is absolutely a beautiful thing. I love and support the ladies. Christine literally is the president of the fan club of women's boxing. Seeing all of this excitement around women's boxing, all these women now getting the opportunity to make millions, the Amanda Serranos, the Clarissa Shields, the Katie Taylors, what does it do for you as a fighter?
Obviously, it's a more motivation. You know, every day anything can happen in boxing. Literally anything can happen,
Mhm.
especially
Mhm.
with this whole social media thing going on now.
Mhm.
Mhm.
A literal video can actually change your life, which is kind of crazy to say. So, you know, every day just giving it more than I gave yesterday. Because at the end of the day, I feel like this is my whole life. You know,
Mhm.
I'm glad to say that I can now just fully focus on this as my career. Because obviously back then in the beginning, I had to balance out a full time job, school, and boxing. So it was a lot to toggle with, but slowly I feel like women's boxing is becoming on the rise, and I think I'm on the perfect pedestal to keep rising
Yes.
with.
No, absolutely.
Yes.
You have a good following. I think it's almost like 100K on Instagram,
Yeah,
which is
we're almost at
crazy.
100K.
You're almost
It's so
there.
important. So
No,
important.
absolutely.
Social media is so important. And I wanted to ask you, so, so Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall was the first, like, all women's card, the first in history. And then we have the second one coming up, with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor 3. There's been a lot of back and forth about who's the GOAT, Amanda, Clarissa, this and that. My take on it is there can be more than one.
Yeah,
There's plenty of room at the table. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel the same way. They're each putting their own little, I guess, dust into women's boxing separately. The two
Hmm.
separate women. Sometimes one woman can bring in more exposure social media wise, but another woman is actually like very skillful that people love to enjoy. And I feel combining everyone together is just, I. It's kind of how it goes. I
Yeah.
don't know if you noticed, like for men's, everyone kind of just supports each other.
Yep.
And I
Yes.
feel like that's
Yes.
what we need for women,
Absolutely.
supporting each other. You're
I
fighting,
love
don't worry
that.
about you. I'm gonna post about you. I'm gonna
Yes.
comment. And I've been noticing like women are a little bit tricky. Like
Yes.
you'll kind of barely see the support within each other.
Hmm.
Now it's
Hmm.
starting to kind of
Yeah.
get the ball rolling. But for
Yes.
men, it's always been that way. They support
Always.
each other, and
That's so
eventually,
true.
sometimes people that support each other they end up fighting, and it's
Hmm.
still a great fight. But
Right.
nevertheless, they're still supporting each other no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to help each other fix our crowns.
Mhm.
I'm so with it too. Even in every aspect. I'm a coach. I'm a cut woman. I'm a gym owner, and even I get that. And it's just we need to support each other. So I love what you're saying because you are the present and the future, and you are going to pave the way on how women look at each other. So I love
Yeah.
that you're saying what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like just because you help someone else fix their crown doesn't
Hmm.
mean you're letting go of your own crown. You know what I mean? Like you can
Exactly.
still do it, but let's hope that things start, changing a little bit.
I mean,
Yes.
they have. I've seen a recent video where I think it was Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano. They just announced the big women's card, and there was a powerful video which hit me, and I'm not a woman, right? Where all of the girls were training together, and I watched that, and I asked Christina like, "What did you think about it?" And Christine was just like, "Yo, it was awesome." When you seen the video and what Jake Paul is doing alongside Amanda Serrano, what do you feel about that?
No, it's great. They're obviously giving a big platform for women because it's hard in the beginning. It's hard to get a women on a male card.
Mhm.
I feel like you have to kind of prove yourself to
Mhm.
even be on a card, to be on a United States card.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's why you see a lot of females starting off in Mexico because it's a lot
Yes.
easier. Mexico is huge for women's boxing. Everyone
Yes.
loves it.
Mhm.
So the
I didn't
fact
know
that
that.
yeah,
Yes.
so the fact that they're doing that here is going to be changing the game for a lot of women transitioning into the pro.
That is so true.
How
That is-
difficult, you mentioned something that was interesting. How difficult was it to get respect as a woman? And again, you don't look like a boxer. You're a very pretty young girl. How difficult is it for you to walk into the gym and people just respect you for just being a fighter? Like, how hard was it to work to get to that level?
Um, I feel like in the beginning, people would just see it as a hobby for me. Be like, oh, she's just doing it for fun. But like, if you would see a guy, the first automatic the thing you would think is like, oh, like, this is his future. He's taking this seriously. So I
Mhm.
feel like in the beginning it was like that until I started going up the pro ranks. They're like, oh shit, this is
She's
actually
serious.
real. Yeah, this is actually
Mhm.
serious. It's not like
Mhm.
a hobby for her. Yeah.
So obviously Sinisa Estrada, I'm sure, is up there in some of your favorites. But
Oh yeah.
who are some of your other favorite women that you've looked up to and thought, yeah, she's doing it right.
I love Alicia Baumgartner, her style.
Me
She's one
too.
of my favorites to watch. Michaela Mayer, of course. She's paved path for women's boxing as well. There's this other young girl from the UK, Caroline Dubois.
Oh my gosh, I love her. I interviewed her. I love her. She is one of my favorites.
Yeah, every time
Yes.
she fights, no matter the time, I have to tune in. Like her style
Same.
is just amazing and crisp, and I love
Yes.
it.
Me
She's
too. Love her. I love them all. But yeah,
yeah,
she's one of my favorites.
and obviously Clarissa Shields, like that woman's resume is off the charts. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, it definitely is.
I love seeing you girls talk about boxing because this is just
Exciting.
You both don't look like boxers, so it makes me laugh. Like, this is crazy, but I mean, what are your goals in regards to what do you want to do? What are the steps you want to take? Some people reach and try to become a champion too soon or look for the big fight. Where do you want to go now? Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
So I mean, we have had world title offers since last year. We just don't want to rush it. You know, I'm just 21 now. Hoping to end the year. What am I? Oh, my next fight's gonna be 10-0. So I'm like 14-0. Be a lot active this year, and if the time is right, I'll catch a title by the end of the year, or if not, the beginning of next year. That's like the goal right now, to catch a title. And
I like that. That's a good
just
plan.
keep moving up the ranks. Keep staying dedicated in and out of the gym. And obviously, be an influence to all the younger females that are looking up to me.
No, you're definitely somebody that I would love my daughter to watch and stuff like that as well, because you're just like so humble and so just dope. But I was watching one of your interviews recently, and the guy asked you. It was weird. It was like he asked you about Teofimo Lopez, right? And the day.
You're bringing this up.
No. The only reason I bring it up is because how do you stay focused? Because listen, I know there's a lot of these guys. They're looking at and you said you want to stay focused. So there's no dating. I know your dad's probably like, because me, I told my daughter she's like 40. No way.
Damn.
How do you? No, hell no. How do you avoid? I mean, do you even? Whatever. Do you even pay that any mind? Because I know your inbox is definitely crazy.
So I feel like honestly, it just depends the person. As for me, I do date, but I know how to separate like my emotions to my boxing, and I feel like that's what a lot of people need to do, because sometimes it translates. Like honestly, because let's say you're in a relationship, you have a bad day, you guys are arguing, and then you look like shit in sparring. You know what I mean? So I don't allow that. Like, okay, let's say I were to have a bad day, boom. Few minutes, I have to go to the gym. That's it. Whatever happened, and that's it. And then I can go back to it after. But you have to learn how to separate your two different lives, because they are two different lives. You're two different people. I feel like I'm two different people in and out of the gym. So it's a job. You can't mess it up. Yeah,
you don't take your problems to your job. You're right. And think about the weight cut. Like your partner has to understand you're kind of in a bad mood because you're hungry.
The weight cuts. Yeah, the overall camp. I feel like overall camp. Like I've had a boyfriend in the past before, but for me, it's like if I see like a few things that I know it's not going to benefit me, or I see that it's going to affect me and my career, you're gone. Like I've always said it, I will always choose my career over any guy or over any relationship, because I've worked too damn hard for this, just for
that's right,
over a guy, So I think you just have to be mentally strong to know how to separate and balance both different lives. And if you can't do that, rather just don't even step into that field.
So do you think it would be more beneficial to date someone that's in boxing as well, or someone that's out? Because it's hard for people to understand that are not in boxing.
You know what? I feel like it goes hand in. It's kind of hard because men in boxing are kind of like, I don't know. They kind of.
Hold on, what you mean, girl? What's that mean? Hold on, Lupa. You can't tell me. Hold on.
I get it.
My theory has always been, don't eat where you shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe they would understand a little more.
Oh, no, that sounds like you're interested in someone. That's what it sounds.
Hey, don't put it out there. She didn't say that. Don't do her like that.
podcast, I was like, yeah, I mean, I am talking to someone, but obviously, that's we're not
Oh, it's a
exclusive.
boxer.
We're just talking. We're just talking, trying to see where it goes. But
It's
yeah, I don't know.
It's a
This guy right here.
Find out. Is it a good boxer? Is he
Yeah. Here we go.
Say it. So yeah, it is a boxer. So
Okay. I'm gonna be watching to see how this plays out.
Hold on, does your father approve? I gotta hear this one. No way.
But you know what? My dad is not jealous, which is kind of crazy to think, because I am a daddy's girl and he's not jealous. So yeah, I feel like it's more my brother. My brother is the story. He's the one.
So they know who it is, right?
Yes, they know who it is.
You're not gonna tell us? You can't put it out there.
Leave her alone. She's got to see where it goes. Okay.
She's becoming one of my favorites now. Like,
I've learned my lesson.
Good. Keep your private life private.
Putting people out there too early on my social media, and then it goes nowhere. So at the end of the day, I kind of look dumb, So
then you got to go back and delete all the pictures.
Yes.
That's a job.
Oh my God.
Damn, no. So I'm like, okay, not gonna happen again. I learned my lesson.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I want to ask you. I want to change gears just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you get off the scale after you weigh in, and I know you want to grab something to drink. But what is your dream meal after weigh-ins?
My dream meal?
Yes. What's your go-to?
I think it would be plátanos fritos.
Ooh, yum.
I thought that was a Puerto Rican thing, no?
A Central American thing too.
Oh, okay.
And I'm Mexican. We eat them too.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I didn't know that.
Latinos, period. We know good food.
I eat that every single day. I do. Obviously, except on camp, but that's like my go-to breakfast right there. Plátanos fritos. Need to have that. Yes.
I love you. I love that.
So, like, when you're like starving, that's what you go for? I'm surprised.
After
that's some work.
Weigh-ins, yes. Just because it's kind of like breakfast time. That's why.
Yeah. I like that. That's good to know. I'm always curious. I'm always curious.
That's hilarious. I gotta meet your dad. I gotta read his book, because he's definitely raised a very, very smart young lady, man. I'm trying to bait you. Christine's turning on big sister mode.
Hey, déjala.
I want to know. I want to know. That's all I'm saying. I mean, no, I'm definitely a fan, Lupe. Like, you are definitely. I'll keep it a little bit, Lupita. You are definitely awesome.
Yes, awesome.
Who are your top 5 fighters right now, men and female?
Men. Number 1, Bam Rodriguez.
Yes, Bam. Don't mess with Texas. What?
Bam is like my number 1. Like, sometimes I look at his fights and I can't just study it. Like, his angles, his techniques, incredible.
Yes.
Like,
so smart.
Bam. Number 2, I think I would put Ennis.
Oh, Norbs is really happy now.
We're here.
That's his like top.
Yes,
both of those guys. Keep going.
Number 3, I'm gonna go with Inoue.
Oh
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4, Caleb Plant. I love his style.
Yeah.
This is my girl. I love Caleb.
Aside from boxing, his fashion, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. Number 5. Number 5. Should I say number 5? I think I'm gonna say Junto Nakatani.
Okay, Nakatani. Yeah.
No, aren't they supposed to? Is it?
What happened?
Didn't they agree to fight, or am I getting the wrong guy?
Yeah. So
in a way, Nakatani. Yeah.
Just because I've had the honor to watch him be in camp and experience like his sparring sessions live, and they're crazy. So I'm gonna say Junto Nakatani.
Oh, hold on! You can't just walk past that. Like, tell us how they were. Like, what made him so dope?
I feel like there's two types of fighters when they spar. No, well, there's many types, but like the two main ones. There's one that kind of just want to kill everyone in every sparring session, and then there's another one that is learning, that is willing to practice on stuff that they know they're gonna do it in a fight. And I've watched him practice stuff. Come fight night, seamless, flawless knockout. So it's like crazy to watch, and he'll just keep repeating over and over and over. And you would be thinking like, oh, why does he keep doing that? You know, like someone else comes inside and watching it, like, what is he doing? Like he can easily walk through this guy, but no, he's so dedicated on learning. And I feel
repetition, muscle memory. Yes.
I feel like that's super important in sparring. And come fight night, I mean, you can just watch his fights.
So what's your prediction on that fight when they fight?
Oh, that.
Because you did name anyway before him.
So yes, I did.
You did. You got to give us your prediction. Come on.
She doesn't have to.
Christine is.
Don't try to bully her. Don't try to bully her.
Every single time.
Christine is really about the women. She does not want me to push.
I love that. No, but I feel like that's that's honestly a really 50-50 fight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Anytime two Japanese fighters go in, it's gonna be a spectacular fight. You know, from the moment the bell starts to the moment it finishes. So I feel it's really a 50-50 fight. No, I feel like it has an edge. It's a really 50-50 fight. Yeah.
So you're not going to give us a winner? You're not going to give us a name?
You just did. 50-50. I agree. That's fire.
She is too professional. All right. Give us your top 5 women.
Top 5 women. Sinisa Estrada for sure. Sinisa Estrada has to be in there.
Yes.
Sinisa Estrada, Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, Natasha Jones. I really do love her.
Oh yeah,
Natasha
love
Jones
her.
is amazing. And I'm gonna say Michaela Mayer as well.
Yeah, that's my girl.
So we know you have for the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano rematch part 3.
I have Katie winning.
Same. Which is crazy because you know what? Norbs and I talked about this. So if there were men fighting and one of the men lost twice, there would not be a trilogy. But the matchup was so exciting that those women are able to do it.
Yes.
You know? So
because they're obviously two different styles. Amanda is very set down on her punches. You don't see her running around in the ring. She's kind of like the moment she steps in, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
Katie Taylor is not like that. She obviously likes to box here and there.
Yeah,
she's a powerful woman as well. So it just makes for a really great fight.
She can do both. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree.
You know what's funny? Look what people are saying on the chat. It's Bam, Norbs, her number 1. They're already guessing. They're already guessing.
Bam has a family. Okay.
I'm just saying. And I do agree with you. Taylor Stagg is super fire.
Yes, Bam is amazing to watch. He's a fighter to look out for. Yeah.
Let me ask you, did you get to catch the fall from grace, Sky Nicholson, when Tierra Brown whooped that ass from pillar to post?
Yes, and I was there all for it. I was there all for it. You know, Tiara Brown has came down to the gym a couple times.
That's my girl. Love her.
Yes, I love her. And you know what she said she was gonna do? People were saying, you know what's crazy? If a guy were to be talking the way Tiara Brown was talking, oh, he's confident. Oh, yeah. This and that. But for her, comments were ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like, they were absurd. But you know what? Tiara did not let that phase her. She kept doing what she had to do. She did sell that fight.
She did.
Sky Nicholson was not doing anything, and I mean, now she's a world champion, which is amazing. She deserves.
I love it.
Yeah, I swear, you guys never met or not related? Because you
Oh
guys
my!
speak exactly alike.
See, this is the thing. Like in this boxing world, it's very small. So even though I've never had the honor of meeting you, and one day, I want to. That's something I want to do and go see one of your fights. But I know people she knows, because we're in the same circle. And you were in there with Tiara. You said she came down. You saw her. You know how humble she is. The girl does not have a mean bone in her body until she gets you in the ring. And people really gave her a bad rap for 2 years. I was right there with cheerleading too, pushing everything for this Sky fight, and I know Sky. I like Sky. I know her. She's been in camp with me, back during COVID and stuff with Team USA. So I know her, but I knew Tiara was going to spank her, and she did.
Yes.
Christine has a way of like sticking it to people. So that you are bad, Christine. I'm not gonna. Both of you guys, I swear, you guys are definitely related.
Still in a very nice way.
A very nice way, very respectable. Not taking anything away from anyone, but I kind of know a little something about this sport.
Yes.
Yeah.
we actually have Tiara on Wednesday. Shout out to Tiara.
Yeah.
But
my girl, yes.
And the new, you heard that in the new. That was.
Woo!
You guys are definitely related.
I felt it was for her.
Yes. I was afraid that it was gonna that they were gonna call a draw at first, because we saw the writing on the wall, with Sky, like, oh, we had an Australian judge, Eddie, and I was just like, no, baby, not today.
Oh my God.
Boxing was done right that night.
Yes.
You guys are definitely related somehow. Like, seriously. Like,
boxing runs through our blood.
Absolutely.
And we're about the women. You know what I'm saying?
When is your next fight, or do you even have a next fight set up right now?
Yes. So my next scheduled fight is May 17th.
Where at?
Commerce Casino here in LA.
You're an LA girl, huh? You're from out there.
Yes.
You do sound like an LA girl. You really. I love this girl. All right, so now you're my number two. My number one is Gabby Fundora, which you did not mention in your top five, which I'm a little disappointed. But Gabby's my girl. But
give her 10 options. She probably's in there. You just gave her 5. Come on.
There's just so many women,
which is a good thing.
How amazing is that? Before it was like Layla Ali, Christy Martin, skip a few years. Now it's like it's a million girls. I love it.
The thing I love is for women's now, the chances of being a prospect to a contender are so fast in turnaround time, and you know what, that's what we're trying to accomplish right now, become turning from a prospect to a contender. And I'm only 21, but my next fight, we will be fighting one of Yokasa's past opponents. Her name is Maria Michelle. So she's obviously been in the ring with Denise Estrada, Yokasa Valle, Gabriela Fundora as well. So she's been in the ring with all these top women, and it's a fight. That's what we need to keep building and moving forward.
That's great. I love it. And I also love the fact, and I say this because my girl, I have the IBF world champ, Sharetta Metcalf, AKA Chicken, she just turned 40, and we're about to fight, on the biggest, second biggest female, all female card, and she's 40, and it's like, I love that because a lot of times the men, they turn 30, they're like, man, they're too old. 28, they're kicking on that old, on that door of being too old. But women, we just keep going.
Yeah, when it comes to boxing, women, there is no age. There is no age for us. No, there is no age that can tell us, stop boxing.
Yes, I love it.
Do we see the babyface assassin eventually, or possibly on a Jake Paul card or something like that? Does that even interest you?
You know what? I feel like it would interest me in the terms of exposure, because exposure wise, that is mind blowing. But I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so.
Why?
I think it's well, here's the thing. We were supposed to actually fight one of the girls that is signed to Jake Paul, or that recently got signed, which is Yokasa's little sister. We were gonna move up to 108 to fight her. We sent the contract. They said no, it was too soon. We pushed back the date. Months later, they said no. So they were just giving up excuses, and we're like, okay, let's kind of just forget about that and move on to what we. I know, keep moving
And
forward.
it's also a promotional thing. Like, who's your promoter right now?
Tom Loeffler.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. People don't realize that has a lot to do with it too. You know.
Yeah. The promotions, and the thing I love about Tom is he works with everyone. Like, he has a good job to work with any big promotional company. So
that's great.
That benefits me as well. Besides me just active in his shows. Yeah.
I love that. That's good. That's good to know.
Well, I appreciate the time. I know you girls could do this all day, but I know you probably going to the gym. She was in the gym like at 6 a.m. What time is it over there right now?
Right now it's 8:45.
Yeah, so she was already at the gym working out. She's probably going to go in the gym right after this. Listen, I am now part of your fan club. You know
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I will be trying to make one of your fights. LA sounds good, May 17th. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta find out if I can make it.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
Really, really good card. I don't know if you guys know who Misuki Ruta is.
Yes.
IBF world champion at 115 Japanese.
Yes.
She will be also defending her title there against an Argentinian girl. So
she's tough. She's freaking tough.
Yes. You know what's funny is, so I'm not Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. She doesn't speak English, but somehow we know how to communicate with each other.
That's beautiful.
And we'll just be laughing, and everyone will look like, what do you guys do with each other? Like,
if you ever get the opportunity to go to Japan, you gotta go. You'll love it.
I know.
You'll love it.
I want to. Maybe. Yeah,
that'll be great.
What kind of dog you got? Because that dog's been talking. He wants to get in the interview. What kind of dog you got?
Leave that baby alone.
That's your dog? Yeah, what kind of dog? No, I want to know what kind of dog.
He's a Craigslist dog. He's a mutt.
Oh, I love mutts. I love them. That's what I have. Yeah. That's what I have too.
Babyface assassin, I appreciate you. Unless you want to keep running, that's up to you. I know your ladies are busy.
I just want to say too. I mean, I was a fan because of your skill. Now I'm a bigger fan. You know, please. On a Wednesday, you got to come hang out with the girls. Sometimes I also have a show on Wednesdays, Women Crushing It Wednesdays. 2 other women with me that we talk boxing as well. And of course, Norbs and I, we do the mornings. This has been so fun. And I'm gonna follow you on everything. And please follow back In the Ring with Christine. I am a super fan. And please tell Coach Christine said hi. And if you see Anthony, I haven't talked to him in a while, tell him hello too.
Tell him today, thank you.
You got invited before me. That's crazy. That's all I'm going to say, Christine. But whatever, I appreciate you, girl. I am definitely a fan. I will be rooting for you.
Yes.
And your swag is super dope, too. I see the ring entrances and all that.
Thank you. Yes.
But I'm going to let you, I appreciate you, girl. Let them know where they can find you, please.
You guys can follow me at _babyface assassin. That's all.
On Instagram. I couldn't find your Twitter. I don't know, or X, whatever.
Oh, X, I do have it, but I haven't posted anything yet. Sometimes I type something and be like, okay, no.
Girl, that's where I get all my news. That's where you get all the goods. Get on there. I'm telling you.
The goods and the drama, of course.
Yeah.
It's insane. Pretty bad.
For now, I'm kind of just like a viewer and a liker. Like,
there you go. There you go. Just sit back and watch. There you go.
I can watch for now. Yes.
All right, girl, I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
And you ladies, have a great one. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
She was awesome. I love her.
I love her. Oh my gosh.
Oh my!
She's fabulous.
She's my number 2 now. Her, Gabby.
She is fabulous. She's great.
She's. You know, it's so crazy that she's so popular, and you would never guess it. Like, it's just like, I really feel like I was talking to my daughter. Like, it was.
It's like, and I guess, you know, I don't. She's beautiful and she's cute, but I've seen a lot of beautiful, cute girls that are very unassuming. Then I see them in the ring and they're whooping ass. So it's like, yeah, I love it. I love it. So for people that are not sure about her, good. She's got something for y'all.
She's a dog. She's literally a dog. Don't let the baby face fool you. She can fight.
She can fight.
She's a beautiful soul, beautiful person.
Yes.
Love her to death.
Absolutely.
Continue to follow her. Christine,
Same.
of course, just like you. And you were I'm not gonna lie, you were very protective of her. I couldn't dig. The motherly instinct shot out of you. I was like, what's going on here?
I don't know. I can't help it. It's just yeah.
But I appreciate you, Christine, as always. We'll be back on Wednesday with Tiara Brown.
Tiara
Maybe Friday we pull up with another female. Maybe chicken. I don't know. Let's make it all Women's Week this week.
Let's make it all Women's Week. I'm with it.
All right, Christine. On that note, I'm gonna let you go.
Peace. Love y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
We are out of here. I'm about to get out of here too. What are we doing here? Hold on. Thank you for tuning in. That was a great show.